Okay, let's find out if we are live. Yes, okay. Welcome to Fireside Chat number 278, and my apologies. That's been postponed a few times. Not a lot to cover, I don't think. Let me double check here. We do have Warrior and Platoon of the Month, so congratulations to Ben-Hur Hrothling, our Warrior of the Month, and to the to Un's Favored, our Warframe Platoon, and the Platoon of the Month. The Cambion Drift voice channel is named in their honor. Other than that, I think everything was probably covered last time as far as, kind of the big changes, if you will, to just the server layout is we have games and the frontier. I'm not going to promise that those category names aren't going to change, but we'll see. But if you're confused or new to it, basically the idea is games. We're trying to keep the games category relatively small here. And, if there's games that either don't have a platoon on them or are pretty inactive, they're going to get moved to Frontier. And we'll see. We may even have to discontinue some game channels in the Frontier or see how we manage that. Mostly because of the 50 channel per category limit. And it would be kind of annoying to have 2 different categories worth of Frontier. So probably what we'll do is some of those channels that are not being used much, or we might try to combine a few, like there's been some ideas there, like combining like Diablo and Path of Exile into like Action RPG channel. We'll see what else. Maybe just a survival games channel or something like that. We already have Souls games, which was Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Sekiro, all those combined into one. So we may do something similar depending on how things go. We'll see. Card games, of course, was Magic the Gathering, but in theory could be Hearthstone or some such games. So we'll see how things go. Yeah, but that's kind of the broad thing is that we're sort of trying to minimize the number of games in the game category, and it probably will get cut down a little bit more at some point too. We'll see exactly. Almost all of these we have currently a platoon on, or they are super active, or they are going to have a platoon established. So I guess that'll kind of bring us to the next thing, which is some of the platoon changes. So for one, I think Northgard is going to be decommissioned as a platoon, and we will have a couple of new platoons. I know Khan is going to be running, bring back Steel Talons to Command and Conquer. Talked about, and Kusiag is, running the show on platoons, but potentially some other ones. We'll see. I know we've been talking to Ben-Hur a bit about a potential League of Legends Wild Rift rough platoon. We'll see what happens with all those, but I think there could be some reshuffling going around. And then, more broadly speaking, the thinking is that we will still try to get the platoon changes, like how platoons work, those changes out. The goal is to start that March 15th-ish. I think we probably are relatively on track for that. Shout out to Aaron and Kusiag getting a number of people certified for platoon leadership. I think we're in a pretty good spot for that. I'd like to keep it going. Just make sure, because I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't technically matter whether people are certified. What we want is that when we start asking platoon leaders to do stuff like roster review, that they know how to do it, and that's all the certification is. So technically, we kind of do want everyone certified. Yeah. I know with as far as roster review and officer training, that's been a bit shaky lately. So again, my apologies, people, on that. We are trying to get all the officer training rolling again, so we'll might be changing who's training who and some such. And yeah, stay tuned for that. But I think that'll about do it. I'll be around for my office hours shortly.